Well, welcome everyone to video podcast with Jackson Pearce. I don't know, don't have a name yet, still don't have a name. I'm here with KJ, impressive man of many talents that we will discover later. I've got a few special things up my sleeve. But mate, thanks for joining. Thanks for having me on. How are you?
Hey man.
What's going on?
Not much.
Living at home dream.
Yeah man, Corona.
Give me a moment, I'm going to change over internet. Here we go. Man, I'm pumped for this. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I had a few people ask to get you on, so you're a wanted man. Oh, you probably can't hear this. Yeah. See? You know what I mean?
He froze there for a minute.
No, I had a few people ask for you to get on, and I was like, yes, brilliant.
That's nice. Good people.
Yeah, it's all happening.
Is this the first? How have you been going?
Good. I interviewed Levi Mary Church.
Epic.
On Sunday. Yeah, good crew.
Cool.
You know that guy I put on Instagram, Aloni? I was like, be on my podcast from like a photo I got with him 4 years ago.
Yep.
He said yes.
Really?
Yeah. He's got like 40,000 followers. He's from Bondi and he's like played for the Roosters and yeah, he's got this gnarly story. He was like a garbage truck guy working on full time. And then the NRL picked him up when he was 28. So he'd do the Garbo run in the morning and then train all day, do another run at night.
Wow. He
would do that and then play on the weekends. So, mate,
heck?
like I'm kind of a big deal, you know what I mean?
Yeah, apparently. You've really stepped up in the world. Proud of you, man.
You know, it's pretty good. I mean, I asked Will Smith.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hasn't got back to me. That's
Cool.
So, there's a few people that haven't got back to me, but that's all right. That's all cool.
Yep. You heard back from Kanye?
No, but that's okay. I know, he's not really on socials, so it's not.
Yeah, totally.
It's less of a rejection and more of a, I don't know what it is.
Yeah. He's working hard on his domes and.
Yeah, man. Cool domes though.
Yeah.
Cool domes.
Yeah, I'd live in one.
Yeah, look, you can find beautiful things on the internet. So, which actually leads me to a little introduction about you. I've got a few things I found on the line, so I thought I could bring. Oh, what are your initial thoughts right there?
I don't know. I have no idea. It's the internet, man. It's a dark place.
True. So, introducing KJ, worship leader, guitarist, model.
Oh, yuck. Yeah, dude, there's some dark things on Facebook. Hey, look at that hair.
Bro, that's beautiful. I love that.
That was peak GHD days.
Wow.
Like, because of the dye, my hair was always dirty and always had a product in it.
Yeah.
So the straightener would just bake it into your hair and then would bake it onto the panels.
Bro, I got it straightened for Christmas when I was like 13 or 14. Hard to believe.
Like this year.
No. It's like just last Christmas, just gone actually. No, I got like a mini GHD. It was a purple one. It was in my stocking. That's how. And I probably used it under a dozen times. So my hair was so curly. I would straighten it in the morning, and by the time I'd get to school, my fringe would come back up my face. It was just curly. So
beautiful, man.
Horrific. I've also got photos of when you're a beautiful sports parkour man.
Yep. See that? That's I think I twisted my ankle jumping off that actually.
Oh no. Well,
actually,
beautiful photo of you at McDonald's.
Yeah. That is actually first year college mission trip up to Kingscliff.
Mate, I love that you know these things. Well, I guess it is.
I know.
I guess you were there.
I was there. I just remember that hat.
What?
And it was the only time I wore it. Yeah. that one.
Is the beanie hat?
Well, kind of, but it had a peak on it.
Yeah, those. I was
Green
gonna
at the
say
front.
weird beanie hats, but like you do you, man. You do you.
Yeah, that was me at the time.
At the time.
Slight-eye pants, progressed, grew
Yeah,
as a human.
were you in a band back then? Did you ever do the hardcore? Ever in a hardcore band?
Yep, for a small period of time.
Yes, tell me more.
It was with a couple other college students. Austin was one of their names. I can't remember the other guy. Oh, and I think Rob Elmore, who's now at C3LA. I think he was drumming. And we never did anything other than rehearse a couple times. And that was it.
Was there a name?
Not that I remember, but I'm sure there was.
I wish I knew it.
I thought you'd found it somewhere.
I wish.
Hey.
Imagine that. I've got a photo of you rehearsing. Oh, that would be.
Dude, I don't even know how you would have gotten that.
Oh,
that would be amazing.
That's almost sus.
A little bit creepy. You would have been like, what, 3, 4 years old?
Yeah, I'm 22. So.
Cool.
Yeah, dude, thanks, man.
Yeah, we would have been like 11, 12 maybe.
Wow. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, I guess I wasn't a 90s kid. Like, I was born in 97.
Yeah.
So, like, was I a 90s kid? Was I not? Probably not. I would say not.
No.
Because I wasn't a kid in the 90s.
Sure.
But, I mean, I do get a few of the references. So, yeah, accept me.
There's some stuff, like I was born 87, right? There's some stuff early 90s that I don't remember. There's a whole bunch of stuff early thousands that I think are like late 1990s for some reason. Like Aqua, for instance. So I picture them as like 90s pop, but they were actually like 2000 was their breakout album. So
it took me like 3 or 4 seconds to go. Oh yeah, no, I know, not that well, but yeah, what was late 90s? That's like yeah. What music were you into then?
What, in the 90s or the early thousands?
Yeah, I reckon late 90s or late 90s.
Late 90s. I was a kid.
You would have been 10.
Yeah. So Will Smith, oddly enough.
Yeah.
So I was like a real touch to my heart when I saw in your stories that you had asked me and then him. I was like, wow, that
in order too. In order. So.
Yeah, I know. Kanye, Kristian, Will Smith. Like, wow, the big three.
The big three. That's right. Whoever. Yeah.
Yes. Will Smith, Human Nature for sure. Their first album, Telling Everybody, I loved and listened to a lot and didn't get most of the sex references in there, which there is actually quite a few.
Yeah,
like for a nice, clean little boy pop bands, like there's some dirty stuff going on.
Sickos.
Yeah, terrible. And then some of the classics, like Dad is a big James Taylor, Eagles, Bruce Springsteen fan, so I listened to a lot of that when I was a kid. I was big on Chicago as well, which they were like a rock and roll, brass, funk kind of thing combo. It was epic stuff. It's really, really good albums.
Yes.
Real weird.
That's this random. I wish it was all like these no-name like indie bands before indie bands were cool. I listen to these guys up the road. No, I love that. Because then, who was? Yeah, I mean, in the 90s. So I don't know, man. I'm like born in 97.
So you had like Eminem and Matchbox 20 and stuff. Like all that was still happening.
Yeah. Well, Silverchair, they were the early.
Oh my God, Silverchair. Yep, they were great.
Classic strain.
Like Nirvana, but like I was too young to really get into it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got Blink.
Yep, sure. Yeah.
Linkin Park.
41.
Linkin Park. Yeah, got ya.
Yeah. Hybrid Theory, that like combo album with Jay-Z is incredible.
That all I can remember is my old youth pastor literally just playing that Linkin Park song as the only. He had a CD, and it was number one on the CD. So anytime we'd hop in the car, and it's just the same song. Drives me up the wall.
You know what song it is?
Yeah, he's just like, dude, it's like rock and roll, but rap. I'm like, I was like 10.
That's accurate.
Rock
and roll, but rap.
But rap. I mean, bring that back. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It has come back a little bit. Maybe.
For who?
No, I'm just trying to think. Who? Oh no, Hillsong did put Lecrae in a track.
Yeah. Cool.
That's pretty much all I can think of. Yeah, no, they've done that. Choirs are coming back. Choirs are definitely coming back.
Yeah, you said that to me before. I'm not convinced.
They are, man. They are.
Yeah. Look, I can't deny their existence, and I can't deny their increase in exposure over the last year or so.
Yep. Since I said it, almost.
Almost, yeah. I mean, they were there before, but maybe not in such a preeminent state. But I think for them to have like made a comeback, they need to be everywhere. And people need to be sick of them, which I don't think they are.
Yeah. So it needs to go full circle. Like they need to be rejected again.
I don't think you can say that something's had a comeback until after it's come back.
Okay. Otherwise, it's just like a sub-genre.
Yeah, or like a trend, or like, oh, that was really cool. Like, okay, remember when like folk instruments in church were like a thing?
Bring that back.
Yeah, I mean, well, you could say that they did come back, because if you listen to like Keith Green and some of those other older Christian artists, so from like the 70s, 80s, those hippies and stuff, there would have been surely banjos and mandolins and harps and violins and stuff on those tracks, right?
Yeah, and then
so maybe that was the comeback.
Who would have brought that back? All I can think of is like in the last 10 years, like Mumford and Sons.
Yeah.
Kind of brought it, but it wasn't a comeback. You wouldn't define it as a comeback.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't.
No. Okay. But what would you want to see come back though?
Amanda yells out brass from the side.
Yeah.
I would like to see brass back in church. I would like to see that make a comeback, but not in the funk way, more in like the Bon Iver, Fleet Foxes kind of way.
Okay.
Like used tastefully.
So less of it being there just to be there.
Yeah, well, I guess less of a funk kind of thing. I think like when all the brass and stuff was big in church, it was really people loved that music. The musicians who were involved loved it, and so that's what they did. That's what they brought in.
Yeah, it was kind of the lead guitar of.
Yeah, totally, of the day. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, what would it be, the 90s or the 1000s? No, kind of all depending on what church you're in, I guess.
Yeah, that the brass was late 90s, early 2000s for sure.
Yeah, I can still remember going to church and there being trumpets.
Trumpets.
Maybe not like trumpets. Maybe like a trumpet.
Single trumpet. Yep.
Single trumpet guy.
Yep. Was he like part of the worship team, or just a dude in the crowd that was like?
he was just outside the church, actually.
Oh, okay. Ryan Smith has a story of a dude on an altar call at church playing a recorder. Yeah, there's not really more to it than that, other than an altar call was happening and he came down with a recorder and headphones on, like earmuffs, and just jammed along during the altar call time. Well, like everyone's like,
they're worshiping buns or something. Or?
I don't know. You probably couldn't hear it. Just a dude who wanted to be involved, bringing his offering to God.
Oh, so he wasn't even on the band.
No, it's just a dude in church.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I've thought about doing it.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
I thought about it. Oh, how did he go? I got no
How
idea
did
what happened.
how did that go about you thinking about doing it? At what
Oh,
point
with
were you
my
like,
boys.
no?
Probably like immediately.
Okay. Okay.
It was like, oh man, that'd be hilarious, but nah, there's no chance.
Yeah, no. You might lose your job.
Yeah. I would love to see Nathan Finocchio though do what he's done for like Tambourine Sunday, but for Recorder Sunday, and just everyone for the praise songs just bust out the recorders in their chairs. That'd be
Oh,
cool.
be like grade 4 all over again.
Hey, but imagine if they actually knew how to play it. Like maybe it would be great.
Yeah, I still can't see it though.
Yeah, sure. Can you see ribbons?
Nah, I never. Yeah, I wasn't in that era of flags and ribbons. Um, though I did go to a school and there were flags like hanging off the wall. Like
Sure.
no one ever used them, and they weren't like national flags, but they're just like
Yeah.
colourful flags in very easy to pull out. And I never went to the church at the school, but yeah, only later in life did I realise that's why they had flags.
And they were mounted on the wall, ready to use.
Yeah, they're like ready on the wall.
So good.
But I mean, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
I'm 22. Where were you when you were 22?
What year was that? I'm 33, so it was like 11 years ago.
That's the year we started today.
What? That's the year we started today, my wife says. 2000 and, no, it would have been 2009. So yeah, I would have, first half of 2009, I was living in Queensland in Bundaberg. I was, man, how do I describe this? So my parents took on a C3 church plant up there in Bundaberg in 2006. Bunch of stuff happened between then and 2009, but at the start of it, they had just moved down to Sydney. A whole bunch of stuff had happened in the church, and we had stripped it down to connect groups. And then I actually think your dad came up with Pastor Don Easton and transitioned the church to me while I was running it in a connect group state.
What?
So we had a connect group on Sunday mornings and then a young adult connect group on Wednesday night, meeting in people's houses. Yeah, and so when they came up to kind of transition that, I'm pretty sure your dad came up with Pastor Don to talk to me about that and see if I wanted to do it. I'd done a year of study at C3 College at the time. So I'd come down and done that, went back up. And so for, the first end of 2008, start of 2009, when I was your age, I was doing that.
Whoa. That blows my mind on multiple levels.
Yeah.
Well,
just connecting.
like, that's nuts.
Yeah.
So you're 22, pretty much running a house church.
Yeah. Looking back on it, I'm like, nah, what the heck? But it was just happened.
Yeah, so there's like people, obviously it's a church, so there's people a lot older than you.
Yeah.
And so this college kid who's just finished his Cert 4 in Christian ministry is running the church. I love that. How long did you do that for?
Only for a couple months, maybe like 3 or 4. Yeah. So like at that point, Mum and Dad were living in Sydney, and Mum got diagnosed with breast cancer.
Wow.
So we were like, okay, cool. Me and my brothers were still up there in Bundaberg, making the church thing happen. And then when we got that call, we were like, okay, cool. Well, we need to move down there, obviously. So we then found local churches in the area that we thought were really cool, that we had good relationship with, and so found places that all the people that were coming to our Connect Group church, our house church at the time, they would feel connected in and had friends there and stuff. So I liaised that with pastors. And then, transitioned. We had a whole bunch of like sound gear and stuff. So that went to somebody else's church plant in Queensland. And we had a building fund with a whole bunch of cash in there. And that went to C3 Global just to help fund other people's building funds and stuff. And then, then we moved down to Sydney. Yeah.
Okay. So how, mate, I had no idea that you did that. This is really cool. How big was it? It's like 20, 30 people, 50 people?
Yeah.
Like,
probably like 30-ish.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's so, wow. Yeah, I don't think I could do that. 22.
Yeah, I look back on it and I don't think I did it well. I just kind of did it. It was just like everybody just knew. Huh?
You've kind of got the hindsight of it now.
Yeah. At the time, I was like, this is epic. We're going to like grow the church to 20,000 people. It's going to be huge. We're going to pack out. We're going to build our own building. This is going to be so good. It was just like, nah, dude.
Whoa.
But it was good. It's like there's people that we still have relationship with that were there then. We've got I got a Facebook message from some people who kind of, I guess, refound their faith then. And they are in a C3 church in Toowoomba, loving God. They got kids, just like living life. So it's kind of cool. Like there's some people that were still involved then that we hear from every now and again that just loved it and kind of, I guess, reawaken their love for church.
Cool.
The house of God, which is cool. So I guess we did something right in amongst all the chaos.
Yeah, that's cool to see the fruit of it now.
Really.
This rogue house church that you got to run. I love that.
I definitely don't see myself as the pastor then or pastoring those people because I don't think I did. It was just more keeping them together. Sharing the word, collecting and using the offering for stuff for church and just keeping people involved in the church while it was in that state and deciding what to do next.
Mate, that's crazy. That's really cool. What would you then other people, I mean, listening to this, what would you then tell yourself from now, knowing what you know now, without like being back to the future and without like throwing off the future, like going back, you can't tell them like this is going to happen and this is going to happen. But what would you be like, hey, watch out for this? Or, like try harder at this or.
Yeah.
Like yourself.
Do you mean like life in general or like running the church specifically?
I think life in general.
Yeah. Life in general, I would probably, I wouldn't tell myself a whole lot, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, the classic, well, what would you tell yourself, blah, 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 years ago. I always find that like, well, I'm pretty okay with where I'm at, with what I'm like, with what life is like now. And there's always stuff to learn, but if I hadn't gone through the stuff I had, I wouldn't be where I am now and I wouldn't be who I am now. So I'm a bit more sadistic in the sense that I just kind of want to let all the crap play out and let past me go through it all again. You always learn stuff from it and you always grow and change. And I think our experiences make us who we are. Like, absolutely. Like the good and the bad. And without the crap, without the bad stuff, you don't grow as much.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't tell myself a whole lot. I would probably just kind of be like, dude, you're all right. Like, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Like, you're an idiot right now. You're an absolute idiot. Like, you're going to be in the end. You work yourself through it. Yeah. Like, it's that age where you can do whatever you want, really.
Yeah.
And so you just go with it. I think the only other thing I would tell myself is like spend more time with the family. and with dad specifically. So my dad passed away in 2014.
Yeah.
And I look back on it and I'm like, I feel like we were just hitting our stride. We were just hitting that great relationship. Because like a guy, when you're growing up and your dad is there and he's your dad, but you hit that age where you become a man, you just clash and like argue, and you go at it. And both me and dad like had pretty decent tempers on us, and we always had a good fight. So we went through stage, we just went at it. I remember yelling at him very intensely. Wow. But then you grow out of that and you become more like friends. Like he loved reading and he loved the Word of God, and he was a pastor and a preacher. So we just kind of started having those theological discussions, engaging. We'd sit down and have like a scotch together, have some wine, or we'd go and watch a movie and we'd hang out and talk. We'd read the same books, and we just hit that really good spot. And I was living on the northern beaches, and him and mum are out in Penrith. I didn't go and see him as much as I probably should have. And so I look back on that and be like, man, there are a lot of opportunities where I should have done more. I should have spent more time hanging out when it was good, just to really cherish that. So I would want to hammer that home, because that's probably a big regret for me looking back. Wow. Like I was so keen on being independent. I was so keen on being my own man that I unintentionally isolated myself out here where none of my family was, and I had friends and relationship and church, and really threw myself in that. And looking back, I'd be like, well, I did that at the expense of some great times that could have been had.
Wow. You said unintentionally too, like it wasn't, you never thought that through, that cost at all. Whoa.
Did not think that I was sacrificing family. Did not think I was missing out on times, because like we'd always go there and we'd have dinner for people's birthdays and stuff, and spend Christmas together. But yeah, there were too few and too spread out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Even now I'm thinking like, cheers, I should call my dad.
Yeah. Yeah, you should.
Yeah, man.
Good. You don't realize how much you miss those kinds of things till you can't do it anymore.
Yeah. Until it's no longer an option.
Yeah. Even like a text. Yeah. When it's there, you don't do it. I mean, it's the classic. Like, you just don't realize how good it is until it's gone.
Yeah.
But
any relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like family is an easy one to take for granted more than friends, because they've been there your whole life and they can't go anywhere. Like your brother's always going to be your brother. Your mom's always going to be your mom. You know, like, yeah, they can't leave. They can't stop being that because of blood and relationship and family and things. And so they're kind of easy to unintentionally drift into the background.
Yeah. Hey, that's like profound. That's really cool. I think, yeah, I mean, listening to that and other people who listening to that, it's like, shivers, I should really call my family, and not out of guilt either, you know, but I like, shivers, I really want to do that. I guess then I'd have to ask, and you've kind of already answered it, is that if someone else, I mean, like me or, you know, other people, guys, girls who are in kind of that, between that finishing school age at 17, 18 and, I mean, doing uni or studying or gap year, college even, and kind of between that and 25, I guess, kind of like the young adult kind of, what would your advice be then? I mean, you said spend time with family, but then, yeah, what are the things, because you can look back on now and go, these were important, these weren't, but it was good, or
Yeah. I reckon a lot of that age bracket, like when people are growing through it, it's really easy to be hard on yourself and to expect more, but it's a great time to just have fun, to like actually enjoy yourself. Like, and I'm all for sacrificing and discipline, and choosing the hard road instead of the easy, enjoyable road, and teaching yourself good character and integrity through that. But life is to be lived. So when I was that age, probably like, I guess early mid 20s was when like YOLO really became a thing. Right? It was such a gag, because it was just like who really cares, YOLO, whatever. But there was a point where the revelation of YOLO really hit me.
Yeah, I
was like, you know what? You do only live once.
Yeah. I love that you like hate how cheesy it is, but it's so true.
So cheesy, but it hit me like a revelation in my heart. And I was like, cool, this is my only chance to live. So why would I waste it doing stuff that I hate? Pursuing a career that I don't love, pursuing friends or circumstances, situations that I know are bad for me, that I suffer through because there's nothing else. Like, why we so easily put up with stuff. We so easily just accept it and we don't question things, and we're okay with that. And it often leaves us, I think, to a life that we don't like and we don't enjoy. And this is part of why I wouldn't really tell, my 22-year-old self a whole lot, because it's just like, enjoy it, like live your life and let the experiences guide you and shape you, because this is it. This is your only chance. I remember when I was young, my parents were not pressuring me, but they like, mums, or I guess both my parents grew up in church, and they were both kids of ministers and preachers, so they get ministry. And they didn't buy a house till, gosh, they were in their 50s, always renting, so many periods of like no pay, of living life by like God's got to provide, and groceries would rock up on the porch, or there'd be a check in the mail, or somebody at church would give them cash, and they would just give everything to the house of God. And then when there were times where Dad couldn't get a wage from running a church or preaching, he never had a career to fall back on. And so when I was young, they were always encouraging me, and it is wise, because they knew I had a heart for ministry and wanted to do nothing else but that. Encouraged me like after school to go to university and get a degree and just have something there just in case. Have something there to fall back on when things are crap and when you can't pursue your dream and you can't earn money from your dream. And I just remember that filling me with so much anger. Because I'm like, what is the point of wasting years getting a degree to have a job just in case my dream doesn't work out? Like, what is a dream not working out?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. If you've got passion and a vision in your heart, a dream in your heart, then it's going to work out, because you're going to keep going and not stop working at it. And like, I'm all for prudence. I'm all for being wise. I'm not going to pursue my dream at the sacrifice of providing for my wife. But I'm going to find a way to meld them both together, whether that's baristaing or working in a call center, which I did. Like, when we first got married, I took a full-time job at a call center because we needed money to pay rent. This is what you do. But like, the heart of it and the pursuit of your life needs to be something that you love, something that you enjoy. And we are very eager to put that to the side and embrace sensibility and embrace the cultural pressure to have a good career, right? To have money, but I just can't do it. I can't do it. And I think young people need to not do it. I don't know whether it's still a thing as much as it was when I was young, but there was just always that pressure to have that backup, just in case your dream didn't work out.
Yeah. Wow. That's very cool. I love that. I think I go talk to other people on the podcast about the different generations and the different things, and how the millennial generation is more of a sense of, what would you say? I get, I completely forgot. But yeah, how it's still the new generation, or the Gen Z, it's a thing going for purpose.
Yeah, sure.
Above, like being famous, or above
Yeah.
living the dream life, or being the number one guy. But it's like, well, I just rather do something, live my dream, or like that desire. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool hearing that from you, who have done it, and both ways.
Oh yeah. And like, my life's not done, and like, who knows what the future holds? Who knows like what jobs I'll have to pick up? Like, Dad worked as a mortgage broker. He worked as a used car salesman. Just picked up whatever jobs he could to keep money coming in. But it meant that he could pursue the call of God, pursue what he knew God had put on his heart to do. And he did that, like traveled overseas and preached and prayed for people and saw healings and established Bible colleges in India. So all of it, if you're going to do something, do it so that it enables you to pursue what you love and to actually achieve what your life is meant for, as opposed to sacrificing that and prioritizing on a stable life just because you get told to. And I think a lot of it is the generational cycle, right? You look through history and you see different generations prioritizing doing different things, and you can almost predict what the next generation is gonna do based on what the generation before them did. And so you look at what our parents did and what our parents had to do, and even what their parents had to do, and how that's worked out in their lives. And you can see why our generation is just like, nah, stuff it. I'm going to do what I want to. I'm going to do what my heart says. I'm going to pursue my dream. And what that has created for us is a place where entrepreneurs and small businesses can flourish and thrive. Like, my wife, without going to film school, runs a film studio successfully. And she's launching different stuff in the future that's going to be amazing. But like, that wasn't necessarily possible for our parents, but our love and our pursuit of passion and our necessity of passion has created a world where businesses, where governments give grants now, and where we're in something like the coronavirus stuff, and JobKeeper is there for sole traders and small businesses to survive through it. Like, that just didn't exist in the past. It's crazy. It's amazing. It's a beautiful time and a beautiful place for people to pursue their dreams.
Isn't that such a great thing?
Yeah.
Man, I don't think I could go anywhere else with that. That's like incredible. Man, thanks for coming on and joining the podcast.
Thank you.
I haven't got a name for it yet. I'm asking everyone. I'll probably wait till a few episodes in to get a name. But what do you think? Can I call it anything? Any name?
Can you? Well, I mean, you probably need to call it something.
Yeah, do I?
Would it? Oh, well, maybe not.
Yeah.
I mean, when you upload it through whatever distributor you use, like, you have to put something in the title, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, just from a practical standpoint, you have to call it something.
Yeah.
But maybe you could call it Nothing. Nothing with Jackson Pearce.
I was thinking like interview, but like into view, like getting into someone's shoes, like into the view of someone. But it's kind of cheesy, and yeah, I'm not sold. So
Well, it just reminds me of The View. Like,
yeah,
with like Oprah and those other old ladies that
that's me,
sit
man.
around.
That's me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pastor Levi said could be called The Platform, which I think is quite ironic.
Yeah.
But I need something from you, man. What?
Yeah, sure. Well, call it parentheses space bar parentheses, so that way it's nothing.
I'm not actually gonna put parentheses. I'm gonna write the word parentheses.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Parentheses dash space bar dash parentheses.
Oh, shoot.
Close parentheses.
Well, I'll leave it there. Thanks everyone for listening.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me. This is awesome.
And yeah.